Welcome back to the YouTube audience and to everyone else. This will be episode 2 of Workers and Resources Soviet Republic. I am Compound Fracture. And we are building our little town. Yes, we are. We've got some farms. We've got some city. We've got some industry. Those are all the things we need to build our little paradise. So first, let's check on how our people are doing. They are not able to enjoy anything. They're unable to visit a hospital. They don't have a kindergarten. They don't have a school. Some of them can't work because of low education level. So what we should really do is get this school going. I'm going to unsuspend that construction, and I'm going to assign it here. Assign construction. Food factory, grain storage, grain storage, grain storage. So, okay. Where are we in terms of our farms? 52%. We need to make sure that we have the ability to... Oh, we have not assigned that. Should continue construction. We might have to auto-build some things in order to have them ready in time for harvest. If we have to, we have to. I think what I'm actually going to do is tell this prefab to auto-build. I don't like spending the money. We don't have very much of it, but we need people right now. People are very important. So this is going okay, I think. We need concrete. Oh, did we not build a concrete mixer? Yeah, that's a problem. So, okay, so for now, I'm going to assign... I was sure we had a concrete mixer. I guess not, though. Yeah, that's actually a really big issue. So let's move this open haul vehicle over here, and we will purchase ourselves a concrete mixer. That was an oversight. Glad I checked. Meanwhile, the concrete will be done soon. Bus station. Workers. Where's our big construction bus? What's it doing? It should really not be sitting here. I don't know why it is. That's very confusing to me because we need workers at some of these construction sites, and we don't have any. I'm actually very confused about this. So, this is set up. Right. Let's make sure these are turned on. Don't think they are, no. So, yeah, construction office, okay. That's good. This is not assigned either somehow. I thought it was. I think that explains why we haven't been... Well, maybe not. What's happening here? Maybe it's because we don't have the resources yet, because we haven't moved the concrete. Why is that unassigned? Oh, it's because I'm not hitting the check button. That would be a problem. Okay. Let's get that going. Get this going. Get this going. So what we really should be worried about as well is... oh, okay, so we got the concrete coming. We are building this kindergarten now. So I'm going to increase the number of workers at the kindergarten because we know that that's happening. So let's do that. Let's look at this distribution office. Need a lot more resources, but they're happening now. What's the bus doing? Oh, the bus is out and about. That's what we were waiting for. Excellent, excellent news. So here's the bus. Let's follow it, see what's happening. It's bringing 16 workers to the conveyor belt. That's fine. Meanwhile, while all this is going on, I'm going to continue leveling. And then we'll build a road from this little curve out this way. So get that as level can be. It's fine, I think, for now. And then go to there and to there. This will make things ever so slightly more efficient. And efficiency is king. So we've finished this conveyor belt. That's a very good thing. We're working on this one. We've got some workers on site. That's where the bus brought them. But we do not have concrete, which is because we were too late building our concrete mixer. So that will be made up for shortly, I hope. So this is going okay. The other thing we need to really start worrying about soon is heating. And I don't want to repeat the mistake I made last time by waiting too long to make heating happen. Because when I waited too long to make heating happen, my people all left, and we do not want that. So let's get this started now. Hopefully it's not already too late. Energy related, I think? Yeah, here we go. So I'm going to do a full-size heat exchanger here. Let's bring the wireframe back on. Put it right there. And I'm going to immediately assign this to a construction office and lower the number of people going there so that we don't lose all of our workers in the process. And I would like to put the heating plant somewhere around here, I think. It's far enough away that the pollution won't destroy us. Maybe it would be a good idea to put it in range of this power station. So we'll go heating related. Might as well build a full-size heating plant. We'll need it. We'll need it soon. So let's... This is tricky. I think I'll put it here. And we'll be content to transport coal to the heating plant via truck. I think that'll be fine. So we'll do that. Again, we'll start the construction. We'll assign the construction office. We'll remember to hit the little check mark button. That'll be good. And then we'll start on a Cooling pipe. That's a new one. Start on a pipeline. Oh, I see. That is the oil industry. We want a large heating pipe. What the price difference is here? 6,000, 2,000. So this costs roughly a third of the amount. So we're going to start with a small heating pipe, even though we have a large heating station. That might be a terrible inefficiency, though. You know what? Screw it. Big heating pipe. We're all about efficiency, even if we really... Oh, shoot. Did not mean to auto-build that. Oh, well. Shit happens. So there we go. There's our heat. We're going to start construction. And then we're going to tell people to actually do it, please. No offices in range? That's weird. That doesn't make any sense. Maybe it's because it's trying to connect from this side. That's really strange. Well, whatever. Probably it needs one of the two buildings to be done. We've already got some workers over here, which means they must be coming from this bus, which could be a problem because it could mean we're denying workers to the concrete and asphalt plants. So let's watch the next orange bus that comes through and see if it, see what it's going to do. This would also be siphoning workers. Okay, so they're going there. One is going here. You know what? That's probably okay for now, actually. Yeah. This is going well, I think. We're on July. Let's check our farm again. We might need to rush stuff. It's possible. At 75%. What we really care about is this distribution office and also this grain storage. I feel like we have our construction office spread a bit too thin. It's probably okay, though. Let's see. Population stats. I think what we want to know is if anyone has left. No, nobody has left. There have been 132 births and only 54 deaths, 0 escapees. So we're doing okay here, actually. The one thing that's a problem is we're not educating people because we don't have our school built. I'm going to assign more people to the kindergarten because all we need is one more load of bricks, and that'll come fairly soon. We've got plenty of bricks available. And meanwhile, the groundwork is proceeding here. So let's increase that too. Once we finish building the school, we can fill these with third world immigrants, and that will be really helpful to this whole process. But for now, I think we're okay. Medium distribution office. Right. So I'd like to build more stuff, but I'm seriously stretching everyone way too thin. So I'm gonna do some more annoying flattening while we wait for everything to happen, and we'll get back to looking at the farm in just a minute. See what's happening over there. We're not really hemorrhaging money the way we were earlier, but that's because we've already bought all our supplies and we're building things by hand for now, so that's good. I enjoy not hemorrhaging money. That's a very, very important thing. So let's flatten these hills. Get them flattened. Flat. Yes. Flatten, my pretties. Flatten. What's happening over here? We need concrete. So what's happening with our concrete mixer? Is it possible that we don't have any workers here? No. We got a concrete buffer. It's good. I think what happened ultimately is we built our mixer late, and because we built our mixer late, it's struggling to catch up with the work. So it's going to the school, which is very important. I'm glad it's doing that. Noticing that nobody's working here, it might be because there's no construction office assigned. That actually might be why the pipe wouldn't work either. So let's just do that. This stuff's very important. We need heat. We can't stand the cold, so we should get in the kitchen. Something. Level terrain, height from center. Let's do this. Need more flat. More flat, make more town soon. Yes. Yes, make the town flat. Yes. How are you doing, farm? Let's get rid of the wireframe. The annoying wireframe. So we're up to 90%, which is kind of a problem in a sense, because we really want to have this distribution office finished in time. Fortunately, we have an excavator on site, which will make that much faster. We need concrete, though. Oh, look at this. Our new large construction office is done. That is a huge deal. So the first thing I'm going to do is, I think I'll leave the closed storage there and maybe the cement mixer as well, but we are going to move the crane. Oh, we can't move it without putting it onto a flatbed. Of course. So I suppose we're going to wait for a flatbed to come back. That seems very inefficient. Let's do it this way. Let's pause the game. We will move the covered vehicle to there. Then we will purchase a flatbed. Open hull. One of these guys. Right? Yeah, that's right. Then we'll load the crane into that guy. Then we will move him to here. That'll be excellent. Now we will build a second cement mixer, because that is what was, or concrete mixer, because that is what was holding us back. And this dump truck's coming home, so I'm actually going to move, or what am I going to do with dump trucks? Yeah, we'll move the dump trucks into here. That'll work. Okay. Now, this remaining dump truck is going back to the construction office, so instead we'll tell them to go over there. Then we'll come over here, we'll build another 2 or 3 open hulls and build another crane, maybe? No, we don't need another crane. We're not using the one we got right now. That's fine. We'll build another bus. That's important. Okay, we're making progress. All of our excavators are in use, so I think I'm going to build another one of those too. They're very slow and waddly, but they're important. Our money situation is starting to become dire. It's okay. So over here, we still need a lot of concrete. It would be really nice if we could make these roads gravel. I hesitate to spend the money. I think I might just upgrade this road, you know? Like, I might just bite the bullet and do it. We'll see. I'm going to build a 3rd concrete mixer. We're behind in concrete. I kind of hate to do it because I feel like once we catch up, we'll have too many, but oh well. Yes, my pretties. Build. Oh, this is the default map. ENCN. How should I pronounce that? Is it Ensign? Sounds like a Star Trek reference. That would be actually a pretty cool spelling of Ensign. Probably not, but you know. It's the default map. I've played a lot of custom maps for the last few months, but I find generally the custom maps have way too many resources, and that's certainly not all of them. But I find that this map is extremely well balanced, and although I didn't want to play the same map over and over and over again, it's been long enough at this point that I couldn't remember how it goes and decided to go for it again. So, default map. Unpopulated, by the way. No population. Right now, since I think you're new to the stream, I might as well go over this again. We are in the middle of the first summer. We're trying to do as much as possible without quick building, which is a real challenge because we're struggling now. Our farms are nearing harvest time. In fact, they're just about to start harvesting, but we don't yet have the infrastructure here to transport our grain to the silo, which we also don't have yet. So, or the food processing plant, which we also don't have yet. And meanwhile, we are becoming a little bit worried about heating because I put that off for a while. And the last game I played prior to this one, which was not on stream, I made the mistake of waiting a bit too long to get my heating plants going. So winter started setting in, and I said, "Oh shit!" and then hit the auto buy button. But it was too late to bus workers to the heating plant. So instead of heating the town, everyone froze and left the map. So I had to wait all winter, take on a buttload of debt, then rebuild my population and carry on from there. And it was a massive, massive setback. So I'm hoping we get the heating infrastructure in place before winter. But if we get to about, I guess, early October, and the heating infrastructure is not done, I'm totally going to hit auto build. So I do not want everyone to die. So this looks good. We've got almost all of the resources we need, and we have lots of flatbed trucks, so the bricks will come. So I'm going to increase the workers here. Oh, our kindergarten's done. That is very good news. Decrease the staff to 5. Makes sense to me. Looks about right. So that means we'll free up a lot more workers, and we should be able to build the other things faster, which would be beautiful. So the excavators are doing the work here, and that's great to see. We've got a crane in place here, also great to see. Need more concrete. That's what we're behind on right now, but it's flowing. And we have no workers at the concrete plant. That is an emergency. So I think at least for now, I'm going to take this bus stop and tell people to only go to the concrete and asphalt plants, because we need to make sure that people are going there. I think what's happening is a lot of our workers were going to these construction sites, and that is no good because we need concrete and asphalt. So now that that's reestablished, I don't know if it's possible. Yes, it is. Okay, so a quarter to each makes sense to me. That seems about right. This says it needs mechanical components, and I thought that we had that all hooked up, so let's make sure our mechanical components are flowing. That is fine. We have a flatbed here. Oh, I see what's happened. We just built a new construction office, and we absolutely forgot to flag all the warehouses. So that is not a good idea. There and there. Okay. That'll work a lot better. So there goes our mechanical components truck. Good stuff. Again, I'm going to increase the school and hope we still get some workers at the bus platform. That would be great. There's only 4 workers on this big bus for the construction site, which is unfortunate. But if they're all building these incredibly important in-town structures, that's okay, as we seem to be mostly getting resources to them in time, and this one's set to go. Once that school's done, I'm definitely going to hit the invite 10 immigrants from the third world button a few times and get some more workers we can educate. We are now harvesting grain, and we certainly do not have any trucks. So I'm going to bite the bullet, and I'm going to fund the construction here. It's unfortunate. I wish it was done in time, but same here. Okay. There goes our money. Not okay. So, open haul. I think these ones... Oh, not open haul. That would have been terrible. Buy the wrong truck. Covered haul. I think these ones are good for crops. So, let's get 8 for now. We need a lot. So, we're going to manage tasks by flagging all of these fields. Apparently that one was not connected to a road, which is unfortunate. Flagging this. So we're loading all of these farms starting at 0%, and then we're unloading the grain storage up to like 90%. And they will start their work now. We'll build a road for this farm, even though it's probably too late for this year. That's really unfortunate. I'll see if it happens. Might happen. Cannot assign more buildings. Okay, I see. That's unfortunate. We might need a second... In fact, we will need a second distribution office. But I think we can leave that alone for now. Once this grain storage is full, then we can move on to the others. But first, I would like to turn this on, and we will assign construction here. Actually, I think since this one's already on auto, I'm just going to put them both on auto, and that way we'll get the work done for sure. Okay. That's actually a pretty big problem if this construction office wasn't. Yeah. It is a little bit on the clunky side the way you really need more than one construction office pretty quick in this game, and you have to assign each construction office manually. There's some clunky aspects. The the lack of space for office tasks is trouble as well sometimes. But we'll solve trouble once trouble troubles us. So we're already filling up on the grain storage, which is unfortunate because this is going to take a while to build. I think it's also important at this point to get more grain storage hooked up here. So let's just do that. Unsuspend. Is that? Yeah. Yeah. Unsuspend, unsuspend. Okay. That's strange. Oh yeah, that works. Okay, good. I was really hoping to have this whole food production empire in gear in time for the first autumn, the first harvest, but oh well, at least we have crops. So I guess what we need is a second distribution office, unfortunately. I was hoping the one could cover all these fields, but what we'll end up having to do is take like half the fields with each construction office, and then they can both also assist in export, and it should be okay-ish. So let's do another distribution office. But I don't think I'm going to tell this one to build right away. I think I'm going to hold up slightly. Like so. Yeah, there's too many construction projects and not enough people. Come on, construction. So all of the small fields have now completely finished their harvesting, which is good. The medium fields are beginning a little bit, and the large ones are getting close to being done growing. Meanwhile, we only have not actually that many crops stored. That's interesting. I would have thought that many fields, even small ones, which don't really produce very much, would have been enough to fill this silo slightly more than that. But that's okay. Maybe it was a mistake to tell both of these to start. In fact, it almost certainly was a mistake to tell both of these to start. So I'm going to suspend the one that's like the least done. And we'll go from there. Looks like this bus ended up empty, which is trouble. Kindergarten's done. We're going to decrease the staffing numbers because we do not need that many teachers. And we're going to invite some immigrants. 2 batches there and 1 there. Seems good. Okay, immigrants are on their way. Football playground's doing fine. Shopping center is purchasing theoretically, but realistically my trucks are keeping up with demand, so these purchases shouldn't actually be necessary. We're also going to need to build a buffer warehouse somewhere where we can store food to be distributed to the shopping centers over the winter months when we're not producing food. Or over the spring months, I guess. So, little cement trucks that could build, bringing 0.5 of concrete. That suggests to me that we did not have workers here again. Well, we have some. 1 worker's enough on these things, so hopefully these little buses have workers. Yeah, that's fine. And they're going 1/3, 1/3, 1/3, eh? I'm actually going to bump the heating plant up because I want that construction done. And doesn't look like we're bringing resources very efficiently, but I think what's happened is we have just finished the foundation. So that's good. Meanwhile, I think we should turn this on for sure, and this, and hope the construction offices assign. This guy's going well. We're almost done the groundwork, but if we're being real, we're probably going to have to auto-build this heat infrastructure sooner rather than later. The nightmare scenario would occur if we don't get them up in time, and then we won't have bust workers to man the heat plant in time. Meanwhile, I'm going to put a pathway here, because they'll walk on the pathway faster than they would walk on the road. That will help them. Where are you going? Oh, you're building this. I guess I forgot to cancel it. That's fine. It's worth doing, I guess. And it has all the resources on site, so I'm not too worried about workers working on a thing that can be worked on. I am certainly worried about getting resources to this heat exchanger, though. Where are you going? Oh, you're bringing meat. Meat truck brings meat. Meanwhile, this grain storage is almost half full. That's okay. It's strange the way that stayed outside of the loading zone, but okay. I think if anything, we might have overbuilt the trucks here. Transfer a few over. Normally during harvest time, that's when you really need all your trucks going, but doesn't seem to be necessary at the moment. Meanwhile, I see this field isn't even sowing, so that makes sense. It's way too late. That's good. We got all the resources we need on the site now, so I'm happy to see that. It's unfortunate there's no workers at the asphalt plant, but hopefully this this little orange guy has some. Yes, it is 7, so that'll fix that problem. Where are you going? You're loading at the gravel processing plant. Oh, I thought I had paused construction of this. Apparently I didn't. It's a bit of an issue, actually, because there's a lot of work involved in this, and it seems like my guys are prioritizing it. But for now, we've got excavators on site, and we have all the resources here. So what we're going to do is wait until the groundwork is done, and then we will pause construction on this one and get the more important stuff going. Did I do the same with the quarry? Yes, I did. Suspend, please. And suspend. Okay. One less thing for my guys to worry about. I should actually buy another tower crane, because that tower crane looks like it's being real effective. Meanwhile, we've hit that point that we were expecting to hit where we have too many mixers. But that was necessary because we had too few before. So let's build another crane here. Oh, no, not here. Right, we're building cranes over here, so probably shouldn't have moved the mixers over. Don't really care that much, though. It's fine. A tower crane. A2. Yeah, that seems okay. There goes the crane. Off to the heating plant, probably. We're getting to late September. It is still 22 degrees out, so I'm not worried about freezing quite yet. I am concerned, but no more than I was a few minutes ago. I'm noticing that we have all the materials we need here now, so let's increase the worker count. Could probably use another staff at the kindergarten. Number of shoppers looks fine. Okay, how are we doing over here? Food factory is looking decent. We'll need more asphalt soon. Obviously, there were no workers when a truck went to pick up asphalt. Just got the buffer. We got 1 worker and 2. And that's okay because I think it is important to prioritize sending workers to the heating plant. I'm not too concerned about that. Once the heating plant's done, I'll probably scale this back to 40% or 45 and give them a few more over there. Might consider a 4th orange bus, but they'll clump up either way. So that should be 1 worker to each of the 2. Oh no. No one going to the asphalt plant. That's trouble. That shouldn't be happening. Should be prioritizing those 2 equally. So I don't know why no one would go there when 2 went there. Does not seem right. How's this going? Has not assigned construction offices yet. This one has, though, so that's fine. Or, no, I guess it hasn't, but... Yeah, okay. So it is allowing the construction offices to be assigned. They can work through here. For whatever reason, this section that I auto-built seems to be making it so that this one cannot be built, which is very confusing. But I guess a building under construction can probably only construct the next span. It's probably something in the code where it can't skip a constructed span and then do that, like, oh well. That's fine. We'll get this one done very soon, I think. 15 degrees. It's a little bit concerning. I think once we hit early October, it'll be time to force these constructions, at least the pipeline. I mean, realistically, it's not that expensive at this point. I won't be too concerned about it if we do have to force the construction. This, on the other hand, is crazy expensive, but that's mostly material costs, so we'd have to pay for that either way. Starting to think I should have just been satisfied with building the smaller heat exchangers. I've done that in the past and been, disappointed that as my city grows, I have to build a big one to replace the small one. But I should really be thinking small in the first year, a little bit more than I am. Oh well, I'm still hopeful we'll start exports from the food production here in time. So we need some workers here. That's important. How are the buses doing? They're both out and about. Oops, this one. This guy's going to the heating plant. This guy's also going to the heating plant. So yeah, they're prioritizing the heating plant. And that's okay. There comes the bus. It didn't have anyone on board. Cool. Cool. How's the school going? School's doing fine. Oh, temperature too low. Okay. Now is the time to panic. So, I think I'm just going to throw in the towel with these pipelines. Construct them from dollars. We have the dollars. That's fine. It's not ideal, but it's fine. I think we'll get this one done in time. Almost certainly. I hate to hit rush when the framing's going well and it's going efficiently because of these tower cranes. So I think I'm going to not quite panic button yet, but Once we're done the steel framing, I'm probably going to rush the final bit. It's pretty cheap anyway. But right now, you know, our construction's going pretty quick. We got the tower cranes in place. They're helping out. The 10 workers are going way more efficiently than they should be because of the tower cranes. So all is more or less okay. Meanwhile, we still have... Oh, we're at 90%, and this thing is assigned, I believe, to 90%. Yeah, so at this point, the crops are left in the fields, which is not okay. So I think I'm going to bite the bullet and just rush this one too. We're rushing more things than we want to at this point, but sometimes that's the way of it in the first year, and I decided I wanted to try to get this farming up in time. So we will here, we'll kill this one, this grain storage, because we don't actually have enough space in that distribution office to add an extra task. And we'll add this grain storage. Now all the trucks should be leaving. Yes, they are. And they'll collect the grain before it freezes. Meanwhile, we've gotten to this point, so we're just going to rush the last 10,000. That's not too bad. And now this is running, so that's excellent news. Now we need to change our distribution office. We have 2 dumpers here, so that's fine. We will now load coal, and we will add this heating plant. Drop off coal up to 30% is probably okay. We'll say 40, though. So that should start happening. Meanwhile, we're going to add here. And I think we'll actually go to... Yeah, that kind of distribution looks fine. Yeah, I'm okay with that. Okay, so heat exchanger's almost done. It's back up to 20 degrees as I say that, but I was starting to be spooked by the temperature warnings. I don't think anyone left over it or anything. I think we're fine. So this year, we have had 15 escapees, and they've all happened in the last month. So I would assume that's these little cold swings where it goes down to 9 degrees. So in fact, I think I'm going to just do the thing. Should I just do the thing? No, I'm going to do this thing instead. All the way up to 72 briefly. Come on, workers. Do your business. Meanwhile, hopefully there's coal here by now. There is not. That's potentially dangerous. This is coal, though, right? It's not? What? All the dump trucks are busy. What are they doing? Gravel, coal. Okay, good. As long as we have one doing the thing. And it seems to be coming back after having delivered a load. It doesn't look like it, but... maybe we're just not filling it fast enough. Maybe we need a new dump truck. Let's buy a new dump truck. And what are you going to do? Gravel. Oof. Not ideal. You know what I should probably have done is had at least one dump truck dedicated specifically to bringing coal to this heating plant. I see that there is still some pressure here, though, so I think that means it still kind of works. I think. Guess not. Well, let's do this instead. Let's, this distribution office. We will take the gravel percentage that we want at the small aggregate storage down to 10%. And that should prevent the dump trucks from taking the gravel. So they should all take the coal instead. And that would be very nice. Meanwhile, I'm going to increase this from 40 up to 80 because I want to have a steady supply of coal. That's super, super important. And we'll continue the construction of the food factory now that we have second grain storage in place. That second storage might be enough to store all of this season's harvest. Probably not, though. So the processing will go very slow this year because we won't have enough workers to really man the factory the way we'd like. So I am going to restart this third grain storage. Our goal with this farm area is to have these 3 silos all more or less fill up during harvest time. And then throughout the year after harvest time, have them feed the factory. So the factory keeps going all year round, which we'd really prefer because we don't want suddenly to have to find a job for, you know, the 100 workers we're sending here. All right. Soon, coal production or gravel production soon. Oh, I think I never turned off the auto supply of gravel to the concrete and asphalt plants. Not that it really matters, because they would be completely filled by the gravel aggregate storage anyway. Whatever, might as well. Okay. This grain storage is filling up very quick. Meanwhile, there's still tons left to transport, so one of these two has to finish soon, you'd think. You'd hope. Meanwhile, what's happening here? Good. Good, 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 good. It is functioning. 9 workers is more than enough. We still have enough here. Although it's awkward that these are not balancing themselves out properly, but that's okay. Got our excavators on the job. Almost done with groundwork here. That's excellent. Then our construction office can get busy with the flatbed trucks, and it seems like they're doing that. Bet this guy's going to the food factory. Yes, he is. He's bringing steel. That is very good to see. We might actually get our exports going before taking out our first loan, which would be fucking victory, man. If we can balance the books and not have any debt to service, I'll be super, super happy with this first year. It sure would be nice to get some gravel production up, though. We have enough coal now that I feel okay about going back to the distribution office and telling it to go back to filling the gravel storage to 20% instead of 10. Though realistically, 20 is probably overkill regardless. Oh well, whatever. Sometimes you need a lot of gravel, especially when you build like the gravel roads, which we'll be thinking of very soon. This twin main drag here will be the first one we gravel up half of it. And then we'll be able to gravel this one pretty soon after and have people taking the faster main road. I might purchase the gravel road here. That's one thing I like. I try not to purchase much once we really get going and don't like have to purchase things. But I'll often make an exception for upgrading roads and upgrading rail lines and things like that, because upgrading roads is just a gigantic pain in the ass, having to build like a temporary gravel road next door just to keep it functioning. It's a little much for me. I usually subscribe to the theory that in games like this, I I don't want to take shortcuts if they make the game easier, but I do want to take shortcuts if they make the game less aggravating. If it's just busy work being saved, I'm fine with that. Unfortunately, we're out of bricks here, so hopefully these open trucks are up to the task of refilling my bricks. Here they come. This guy has wood. This guy has bricks, and this guy has bricks. So yeah, we're okay. I think the food factory probably requires, yeah, ludicrous amount of bricks. So that'll be an ongoing process for a while. And I think that's really the extent of the current construction is this, right? More or less. Like, what else is assigned? Yeah, the food factory and the grain storage. And that's great, because we need to get those done. Those are both very important buildings at this point. And then we'll start on the second distribution office so that we can service all the fields effectively and build a few more fields for next harvest season. Maybe a couple down here. Yeah, while we wait, let's look at the height map and see what we have to level over here. Get going for that ahead of time. Actually, start on the slightly higher ground. I think that'll be a bit easier. Come on, bulldozers. Doze that bull. That's what bulldozers do, right? They like doze bulls. I think you do that by like giving them too much ketamine. Pretty sure that's how you make a bulldoze. Or, you know, depending on how you look at it, it might be just enough ketamine, I suppose. Everything's relative, though. Plow. Plow to your heart's content, bulldozers. Unfortunately, I think I kind of underestimated how much lower it is over here. Might have wanted to pick a slightly lower spot. Let's just do that. Get the land leveled slightly lower on this end. Seems fine. We'll put the road up in the middle, kind of deal. Yeah, that seems fine. We are making things happen, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, we are. It's all about the terraforming. Terraforming Simulator 2020, right here.